in this province in a big way. The ANC is also reviving the Litsima program at the regional level to mobilize communities in partnership with local government structures to resolve service delivery concerns and maintain public infrastructure. Litsima is a practical demonstration of active citizenry, where community members, ANC structures, and local government officials work side by side to improve the living conditions. The DDM District Development Model champions will provide strategic support to municipalities to ensure that projects are implemented on time and within budget. The ANC is committed to ensuring that no municipality is left behind, and all residents, especially those in rural areas, receive quality services. Local government intervention will be made on a continuous basis across all municipalities where there is need for such support to unlock service delivery. This must include ensuring proper financial management in order to achieve clean audit as evidence of proper governmental systems. The ANC Renewal program is about building stronger, more accountable ANC structures. A key part of this process is ensuring that ANC branches and regions function as centers of community activism that are responsive to the needs of the people. Political education efforts in the Free State are being intensified to strengthen political consciousness and discipline. Before every branch biennial general meeting, members must undergo compulsory political education sessions to reaffirm the movement's principles, ethical leadership, and commitment to serving the people. This will ensure that ANC branches elect leaders who are fit to lead and committed to advancing the interest of their communities. The foundational course that we launched last year is now a prerequisite to all ANC structures, not only in the Free State, everywhere in the country, that before you hold meetings, members must undergo this political education foundational course as part and parcel of the renewal of the African National Congress. In the local government sphere, the ANC's deployees working with the Provincial Executive Committee and the Regional Executive Committee will engage ANC caucuses in municipalities to ensure that they meet regularly to proactively resolve governance challenges. ANC caucuses will no longer be allowed to convene only to discuss formal council agenda items, but must hold standing meetings to track and monitor municipal performance and intervene where necessary. And we expect our structures here in the Free State, led by the PC, to do this particular work, like it has to happen in every province. That councils, municipalities must be constantly monitored on service delivery at the local government level. A skills audit of all senior municipal managers in the Free State is also being conducted to ensure that qualified and competent individuals occupy key positions in municipalities. The ANC will not tolerate cadre deployment that prioritizes political connections over competence. Only those who can effectively deliver services will be retained or appointed. The local government intervention task team of the ANC will also be deployed to assist struggling municipalities, provide technical support, and intervene where urgent action is needed. This task team will focus on priority municipalities where service delivery failures have had the greatest impact on communities. The ANC recognizes that economic transformation is critical to addressing poverty, inequality and unemployment in the Free State. The province has immense economic potential, particularly in agriculture, mining and manufacturing. But this potential has not been fully harnessed due to poor governance, lack of investment, and inadequate infrastructure. The ANC, working with government and the private sector, is prioritizing investment in economic infrastructure, support for small businesses, and skills development to drive job creation and economic growth. Efforts are being made to revitalize the agricultural sector by ensuring that farmers, including emerging black farmers, have access to land, funding and markets. Infrastructure projects are being accelerated to improve roads, water systems, and public facilities that support economic development. And the Free State, when it comes to governance and ensuring that old roads are upgraded and they are refurbished, I think they are doing a great job in that regard. As you can see in and around, like I said, in the province, there is road construction literally everywhere, every corner of this province. Strengthening support for township and rural economies is essential in ensuring that small businesses receive the financial and non-financial support needed to thrive. The ANC is working with private sector investors to unlock opportunities in manufacturing, renewable energy, and tourism. Economic growth is not just about numbers, but about real change in the lives of ordinary people. The ANC is committed to ensuring that economic policies uplift the poor and the working class. The ANC calls on its members, supporters, and all residents of the Free State to actively participate in the renewal, rebuilding, and service delivery efforts. This is not just an ANC initiative. It is about creating better Free State for everyone. ANC structures must remain rooted in the communities, and all members are urged to work tirelessly to reconnect with the people. The challenges faced by many Free State residents are well understood, and decisive action is being taken to resolve them. The work ahead requires discipline, unity, and a collective commitment to the principles of the ANC. The Free State belongs to all who live in it, and together we will ensure accelerated service delivery, economic growth, and inclusive non-racial society. The PEC has been given a clear mandate, which is to unite the organization as a platform to deliver on our democratic mandate at all levels of government. The ANC will continue to persist with programs to ensure that the ANC has well-oiled machinery at provincial level, regional, and branch level. It must be an organization that is one with the masses of our people. The ANC remains resolute in delivering meaningful change and ensuring that the aspirations of our people become a reality. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade SG. I will, with your permission and your guidance, have some of the questions that you would wish to be responded to by the Provincial Secretary. I am now taking hands. Can I start? Okay, start on my right. I see Lunga. I don't see anybody. I'll start with you. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Secretary General. My name is Lunga from the Mail and Guardian. Secretary General, I just wanted to find out, from what I'm hearing, and I know maybe you might be challenging me, is that what is happening here in Free State is that you are trying to consolidate ground for 2027 in the MGC. And people are looking at as if Gauteng and KZN were casualty of this. I just want to know what your take on that. Secondly, I know you were here to visit the branches, to look at the state of the branches. How do you find them? And 2019, the state was in somewhere 59, I think, or 60 something, but this time it was on 51 or 52. Do you think that the ANC here in the state is going to win this local government elections? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lunga. I am looking for hands, colleagues. Otherwise, I'm happy to assume that the statement is self-explanatory. I don't see any hands. Okay, got ENCA and then SABC in that particular order.
Usipamandla Koke from ENCA. In terms of the time frame that we have given the PEC to rebuild the party structures, what are you looking at? Because clearly, in your own admission, more work is needed to revive the structures in this province. For how long do you hope that will happen? And what has been the cause of having these weak structures in the Free State in particular? You concede that issues of service delivery are a big concern to you, but I don't hear you talking about taking action and removing those who are not performing. You say you will intervene and support, but why don't you just fire people who are not performing? It's an embarrassment that in the Free State there is no municipality that has a clean audit, not even a single one, and yet all the mayors have kept their jobs. 2 times, or rather 3 times, live reports that the officials of the ANC met with the finance minister to go through the final draft of the budget. Is that true? Have you met with the finance minister to discuss the final draft of the budget speech? Thank you.
Thank you very much. CBC.
Makhala Masiten from SABC News. I would like to add also to what my colleague just said in terms of consequence management, because it has been a problem, especially in terms of municipalities in the province, and also the status of the mayor in Machadeng. We've had complaints coming from that region as to what is the status of the executive mayor in Machadeng. Thank you.
Which Mankan House?
Makhala Masiten.
Makhala from?
SABC.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'll come this side. I don't see a hand. Over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mbalula. My name is Mariki Giereke. I'm from Netwerk 24. I just wanted to ask you about the sewer problems in the Free State. Because there's a lot of towns that stinking, really stinking because of the sewer problems. There's a lot of dysfunctionality with the plants. Is there a plan to fix this?
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead, my sister.
SG, I hear that you're talking mostly about the roads, infrastructure and stuff, but especially in Sototo, there has been campaigns of water. There's always pipebreaking, community. I don't know if it has water, the water is stinky, the water is muddy. So how the ANC moves forward about this?
Right, thank you. First online. I will then take it. Okay, let's take that. I'm keen to take all the hands actually, so that we have just one comprehensive response. If that's okay with you, Comrade SG. Lunga.
Yes, thank you so much, Secretary General. Look, I heard you in your speech, in what you were reading, SG, that the issue of cadre development or deployment is something that the ANC is not going to prioritize now. Are you changing issue of cadres and putting people that you believe that are capable enough to do those jobs? I just want to get clarity on that. Thank you very much, SG.
Thank you. Over to you, SG.
You want to? Okay. No, Lunga, Mail and Guardian, thank you for the questions. No, we are not here to consolidate for a particular program called the NGC or anything of that sort. We are here to consolidate, correctly so, the existence of the ANC, so that it doesn't perish. And the slogan for that is, we either renew or perish. So we're not talking to our structures through WhatsApp groups. We come direct. And that's what we're doing here. We have met structures of the ANC through length and breadth of the province, and we are satisfied with the turn-up in those meetings, but at the same time engaging directly and getting it firsthand about what is happening. We are not replacing the PC. We are doing what is expected of us to service structures on the ground. And for what we have identified as challenges, we have put to the PC to attend to them. And I've explained that we've got full confidence in our Provincial Executive Committee in the Free State, led by Mkolisi Tugwana and Secretary Pulediso Mutsweneng and the PC. There's no house that doesn't have problems. These comrades have fought hard in an election which we thought we will lose, hands down. And for them to produce 51%, it was not a miracle. It was a collective effort, and they worked very hard to achieve that particular result. Now, we need not to undermine that. As much as the numbers dropped, but Free State was an epitome of what we call state capture. All sorts of corrupt activities came from here. Dairy farm, Guptas, they were here. And asbestos, all of those things come from here. This leadership, it is our duty to remind them that ANC have been voted in the Free State with that 51% to ensure that we undo all of these corrupt activities of the past. And we embark on the program that is decisive on servicing our people. The state of branches is a state of structures which some have collapsed. We need to build WTTs and all of that throughout the province, and then move towards establishing structures. We can do everything of what we can do, but if we don't have branches, the ANC is not alive. We are the only party in terms of popular support, and grassroots support is unmatched in this country. And the ANC must use that as its strength to consolidate. So that's what we need to do. Do we think the ANC will win? Here in the Free State, the ANC will win. But winning is not a given. That you will win elections, it's not a given. You've got to work for it. People vote for what you have done for them. That is why here in the Free State, we're confident we'll win. If government is doing the right thing, governance is secured, those things that we talk about in our statement, that the return of resources that are meant for service delivery at local government level, that must be undone by our government here. And then we support that as the ANC to ensure that we support our employees. That's what we need to do. ENCA timeframes to rebuild. Rebuilding is an ongoing process. We are here because we are rebuilding. We are renewing ourselves. So it's open-ended. We are rebuilding the ANC root and branch. Okay? Root and branch. We are building the ANC patiently. And we are rebuilding the ANC to ensure that it becomes the platform to serve the people, nothing else. That's what we are doing. Action of non-performance. Of course, there are issues we have come across. We have given the PC a clear mandate on that. There are things we have come across as we go down that borders on lack of performance. So action must be taken. And some of them have been isolated to the detail. So you will see that a collective leadership will act on these issues going forward, and that there should be no delay in addressing matters. Did we discuss with the minister? No. We discussed the budget like all South Africans want to know and are interested in the budget. We want the minister to deliver the budget on Wednesday, and we keep ourselves abreast about what are the challenges we are facing from the point of view of this budget, and we discuss it in that context. It's an important item right now in our political lives, and that must be resolved. And we can't resolve it. Government cannot resolve it on its own. It must resolve it in concert with the people. And that's what is important to take our country forward. We see people protesting and raising issues and all of that. It's nice to protest about anything, but they don't provide solutions. Others say tax the wealthy and corporate tax. It has been happening, and that is it. The fundamental question before us is how do we address the shortfall? And we support the minister and working with everybody at the level of government, and government working with everybody. We're confident that it will produce a budget. But whoever Times Live leaked information, it's wrong this time around. The minister was not even here. I think you would have seen him clearly with his hat that is around. So you didn't see him. So it was not a virtual meeting, it was physical. We met, yes, we discussed. We get a report about the budget. And that is it. As a political party, we exist for that. We need to get briefing from our deployees, and we discuss the matter of the budget as ongoing. Makale, SABC, consequence management, I've addressed that. There will be consequence. Things must be addressed. Yes, we have seen this thing of the mayor of Dihlabeng. Is it Dihlabeng? Machabe. Oh, Kalipa. Oh, okay. No, we are processing that matter as the officials at national level, and then very soon we will have concluded this particular matter, and we will advise the province. Anyway, let me explain to you. The ANC have got a clear position that before the PC or anyone removes a mayor, there must be reasons for that. We know that Kalipa was found guilty. We look at the prescripts of the ANC constitution and the constitution of the country, and it tells us a story there, which we must conclude the matter. Of course, there's been a big mobilization. It's not even that big, but mobilization against Kalipa as the mayor. We need to also equally analyze where that mobilization actually comes from. This matter will be resolved as quick as possible to ensure that things do happen. What we are saying to members of the ANC is that they must desist from mobilizing on such matters which the leadership is seized with. They must not be part of mobs on the ground to mobilize against Comrade Kalipa. The ANC will deal with the matters in terms of principle and in the best interest of everybody and the organization. So that is it. And then Khereki, local government must be addressed, and you see that is our biggest focus. Some of the municipalities here in the Free State don't have revenue; they don't collect. They rely on national grant, and then that is it. So, and then most of the money that comes for national grant is is consumed by salaries, leaving little for development and so on. And then municipalities, for their survival, they rely on revenue collection, and collection has not been up to speed. Where there's been incompetence in relation to employees, we must take decisive action on those. And those who give the ANC and give us a bad name when we have deployed them, we must deal with those decisively. And there must be no stage of time, like people dancing with money, like as if with ANC colors. Those people must be dealt with anyway. Not here in the Free State. We know that incident happened in the Northwest. The ANC, in its renewal, pride itself about making things right and following things properly. Any act of discipline must be dealt with decisively. Yeah, there are many challenges, FS, not only in Sitsoto of water in South Africa today. Even in Joburg, we have this cutoff in terms of water, and that is why we want to deal with the problem of water and challenge like we deal with load shedding. Because somewhere, somehow, there is infrastructure vandalism and all of that. Those challenges of Sitsoto, water in certain areas must be attended to by our employees and government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, SG. I didn't get an indication that there was any follow-up. I will indulge. I see just one. Oh, the two individuals, Million Guardian and ENCA, and I need to get the name. Okay. Also, SG was correct.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Million Guardian.
Sorry, Secretary General, the issue of the KDAC development.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
What were you saying?
The deployment.
To say, are you now going to do away with KDAC development and you are going to be looking for competent people?
No. Who said that KDAC deployment is associated with incompetence? What we are saying is that where we see incompetence based on performance, it must be done away with. We deploy everywhere, and we deploy people with requisite skills. That's what we are saying, and that's what the renewal is all about. That's what we're going to do, and so on. And what else did I forget?
No, you didn't no, I think all the questions were responded to. Let me take ENCA.
No, it's just clarity seeking question, SG. I don't think I heard you correctly on the meeting between the finance minister and the officials. Did you say you had a virtual meeting which was...
No, I said there was no virtual meeting. Okay. The minister was not here. Okay. But if he was here, he was part of the meeting, nothing wrong about that. Okay. Everybody is discussing the budget. The ANC discussed the budget. It was an item, both the officials as well as the NWC.
Thank you very much. There was the one final hand. Not at the...
Kareke, yeah.
Mr. SG, I just wanted to know, the municipal local elections, is it going to be next year, 2026, or is it going to be 2027? And then the Mangaung Metro is, I think, on the spot. Are you worried that you can lose the Mangaung Metro as an ANC metro, or are you going to work very hard? What are you going to do?
We have worked very hard in Mangaung with the deployment of Gregory Ntatisi to focus the municipality on the right things. And they need all our support and the PEC to consolidate that good work. I'm sure all the shenanigans you used to read about in terms of Mangaung and personnel, that have been reduced. So there's focus here. And the people of Mangaung have been very supportive and have been loyal to the ANC, even in difficult times. And that is why this metro deserves support and focus. I came here as Minister of Transport in Mangaung, particularly in Bloemfontein, in the main street, Mushweshu. You see Mushweshu. It was not up to scratch. We arrived here, we fixed it. In the big township, the buses that were a challenge, we brought them on board. And then this municipality was under administration. We are ticking boxes, everything is under control. What is important now is to deliver. That is what is important. And if we deliver, we will win people's hearts. It's not a given, but the people of Mangaung have been loyal to the African National Congress, and that is much appreciated. The ANC, through its deployees, returned into power in Mangaung, must reward the Mangaung people properly when it comes to service delivery.
SABC, you'd be the last person.
Okay, thank you. SG, just because you touched on the issue of buses, how far was the investigation gone into that? Because when you were here, you did indicate that a lot of money was misused.
Yeah, the investigation was done and the report was given to the municipality. The problem with our government, they don't communicate. We instituted an investigation, forensic, it was done and submitted to the municipality. So they should have pronounced on that in terms of the outcome of the investigation. And then I'm aware, we are all aware that they are dealing with the matters that have arisen out of the forensic report with regard to the bus transit system of Mangaung. Yeah.
Just the last one, in terms of the land grabs, we've seen, especially in the Free State, a lot of informal settlements. Like in Butabero, every time when you pass, it's like there's new establishments coming up there. You've said as the ANC that this year you are going back to making sure that you implement the Freedom Charter. And I believe that land issue is also part of that. How are you dealing with that? How are you addressing it? Because it seems to be an overall problem in all provinces, in fact, where people don't have land, they end up just placing themselves wherever just for them to have a place to stay.
The Expropriation Act is addressing exactly that. This one that they don't want, it's addressing exactly that, that legally we must access land through legal means. And land that is not utilized, it can be seized by government and give it to communities for purposes of residential purposes. So that is what the Act seeks to address. But practically now, how do you deal with the situation? Really, it's in the hands of the local municipalities to address that particular challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, colleagues. We are adjourned.
In African, please.